Hello, my name is Stephen Murray, and this is The Knoll, an online gathering place for the people of Knoll Lutheran Church and a place to share our community stories. If you were to ask me to define God's grace, I would have a hard time putting it into words. But after hearing Garrett Young's story, I feel like I can now say I have some understanding. Garrett shared a story of God's presence in his life, and I can now say that grace isn't one specific thing. It's many small moments and gestures, signs of love that can profoundly add up.
I have 4 children in my life that daily remind me of God's grace, but my oldest helped me first recognize what that gift truly is. Sam was born prematurely at 24 weeks, weighing 1 pound 10 ounces. He was so small he could fit in the palm of my hand. The doctors gave him a 10% chance of survival with a future of unknown health. He endured risky and complex surgeries during his 16-week hospital stay. Twice, the medical team said it's up to Sam's will if he were to survive. It was an emotional time. I was anxious. I was scared. I was lost. I had abandoned all my faith in God, but God had not abandoned his faith in me or Sam. Today, the miracle boy is an intelligent and healthy 31-year-old man with a black belt in karate. He is strong with a grip that could break my hand. He is tall and proud of the surgical scars that he wears like a badge of honor, each with a story that saved his life. Sam's determination and spirit do not waver. The fact that he is alive today is in and of itself an incredible example of my firsthand experiences with God's grace. I could go on about that, just ask my family. But throughout this life-changing and monumental example of Sam's birth and God's grace, the days and weeks of struggle and uncertainty were also made up of the many small and quiet examples of God's grace that could have gone unnoticed. For example, the many strangers praying for Sam in prayer chains. The unknown hospital employee who quietly set us up in the Ronald McDonald House to shelter us during our stay. Dr. Edward Bell, who brought in his own camera to capture a few pictures for us of Sam in the NICU. My new employer of just 3 weeks who allowed me to leave in a moment's notice. My sister-in-law who lent us her new car when ours broke down. My dad, who would drive 14 hours round trip in a day just to see if I was okay, just to see if Sam was okay. It's easy to get wrapped up in the big issues that distract and detour us from noticing God's graces. Sometimes days turn into months before we can fully recognize an example of God's gift of grace. But today, as I reflect on God's hand and the grace he has bestowed on me, I look no further than to the faces of my family. Every day, I am reminded of God's grace when I see Kathy and Sam and Paul and Kate and Drew. Every day, I'm reminded that God's grace is a gift that is so precious. Should I forget one day, he will remind me the next of his unconditional love.
The Knoll is a production of Knoll Lutheran Church in Minnetonka, Minnesota. Pastor J. Rudy, Senior Pastor. Music performed by Matt Serrar and produced by me, Stephen Murray. If you would like to learn more about Knoll Lutheran Church, please visit us on the web at oklutheran.org or check out the live stream of our Sunday worship on YouTube every week at 9:30 Central. If you would like to share your story as part of the Knoll podcast, you can find information on how to get involved on our website. Thanks for listening, and God bless.